All right. Good evening, and I'm genuinely surprised that so many of you are were actually waiting for me. I do apologize. I had some. I mean, I told you guys already, but for the viewers not in the Discord, I had a set of meetings with clients in Asia. Not those kinds of clients. Come on. Why must you make the same joke every single time? Anyway, so today I do want to, I guess, for lack of a better word, pontificate on the nature of Google Chrome and how it is a monopoly. But we are also too low, you say. How about this? Better? Okay. But not only that, I also want to do this because I haven't gotten a chance to do it all day, so we're gonna do it now. So, Google Chrome. So recently we'll have, I heard and I saw and Google announced, but I don't know if you guys actually heard it, that Google is going to start implementing that Google is going to start blocking certain tracking cookies within Chrome. And at first sight, you might say, "Oh, hey, dude, that doesn't sound too bad. That's privacy." And you're right, it is privacy. In that it's great that we're starting to look at just how invasive some of these techniques are. The problem, of course, is that these techniques are invasive, and they were invented by our boys at Google for selling advertisements. So you might ask yourself, why is Google doing this? Well, and that's where the problem with the monopoly comes in, right? Like Chrome is now so saturated in the world that it is actually stupid. Like, it's so saturated that it's genuinely upsetting. It's like Internet Explorer in its heyday. And so the question then becomes, why would Google want to do this? And it's actually a fairly easy explanation, and I'm not sure like how it can get across like antitrust issues, because it's obvious, right? Like, everyone who uses Chrome logs into Google server, or no, okay, not everyone. Absolutely correct. Not everyone, but a lot of people who use Chrome log into Google services, right? And that's just like that's part of what Chrome was built to do. Remember, if we go back and look at, actually, did I talk about it? I might have talked about it, but I don't remember if I did or not. One of the reasons why Google built Chrome is, as ad blocking and all of that starts getting more and more serious, Google needs different ways of, and like tracking blocking becomes more and more serious. Google needs different ways of acquiring user information. And well, what better way to acquire user information than if everyone's using Google browsers, right? Just give me one quick second. Let me just double check what the RGB sliders. It's just 91. Okay. So let's also do this as 9100. Why doesn't it look the same? Oh no, it does. Okay, we're good. It's because you two have different saturations, opacities. It doesn't matter. And so yeah, and so that's great, right? Like, Google is obviously future-proofing its own business, but that's where the antitrust comes in, because suddenly, if everyone is logged into all their Google services on Chrome, Google can still track you 100%, right? Like, people who don't change their privacy settings get tracked. I'm not going to use what word I planned on using. They get tracked. it's quite simple. They get tracked, and so if they get tracked, they definitely get tracked by Google, and now they will only get tracked by Google, right? Like because that's just how that works. Because I don't know why what you're asking. Like if Google blocks tracking cookies from third parties, even from itself, on all of the websites that you visit with Chrome, so what? You've already logged into Chrome with all of your Google accounts. Literally, like if you go on YouTube and you log into YouTube, Google will automatically just log you into Chrome. Like you can try to get around that, but they won't. They don't like that, and they don't. It's really difficult to use Chrome with Google services without logging yourself into Chrome. It's actually like almost prohibitively difficult, and that's my point about the monopoly. Because the moment this happens, if Google starts blocking third-party trackers, if it starts blocking, you know, all of these cross-site trackers, then what happens, right? Google can track you because you've logged into Chrome. Okay, let's talk about the average user. Stop being so pedantic. Stop being so pedantic. Yeah, so I clicked the wrong button. Give me 1 quick second. Like Google can still track you 100% because that is how their business operates. Because that is that's not very good. Because that's how that business operates, right? Like that business operates because it is 50? No, 75. Like Chrome tracks you, whatever you do. Chrome is like the most invasive thing ever. Oh my god! Like there's a reason I keep at the end of these little, I don't know what these are called. At the end of these little things, I keep saying, "Oh, don't do Chrome." You know, like almost like I'm saying, "Don't do drugs," because, yeah, don't do Chrome. Sorry, I get distracted. 1 quick second. Let me just set this, and let's set the width to 70. What does that mean? 40, 55, 50 exact. You got it. Oops. Align left. 50. 50. We'll call this observation 2. And it's kind of topical actually, because that is what Chrome is going to do to you if you keep using it. Anyway, all that aside, really the point is, because Chrome is so pervasive in the industry, in society, Google has the capability of doing this, of saying, you know what, it doesn't matter if, like, I can use, I as in Google can use the excuse or use the legitimate reason of privacy to, no, these two don't look good, to essentially say, I'm going to start blocking third-party cookies. And it's fine, because even if Chrome blocks third-party cookies, or any of these cookies, it matters not at all to Google, right? Because Chrome is still looking, and Chrome will always be looking. Oopsie daisy. Okay, maybe we should. I don't know, that doesn't look very good. No, we're just gonna keep it like this. We're good. Yeah, and I think that's it for this particular thing. Let me just save this, and then we're going to give me one quick second. I'll be right back. Sorry, just had to take a call. We're good. Yeah, so there's really not much else to say about that topic. Actually, it's a monopoly that's being implemented slowly, and people don't realize that it is, because, for lack of a better word, it doesn't feel like a monopoly, right? And Google's very good at doing this. A whole bunch of their, actually a lot of their software, consumer facing software, I should say, is done in this sort of semi open source manner, right? Like both Android and Chromium are both open source projects. Oh, don't even get me started on Android. Okay, first of all, I am not an Apple fanboy. It's more just I'm not a fan of what Google's doing with the Open Handset Alliance, right? The problem is that the Open Handset Alliance essentially locks people into using a certain version of Android, which then means that they're no longer allowed to use other versions. And Google has these very interesting contracts in place that, how do I say this without revealing anything? Anyway, there are contracts in place that prevent you from using other versions of Android. And for any supplier or any phone maker that wants to use Android with all of its Google hardware and Google software, you are not allowed to make Android devices that use different forks of Android. So, for example, as far as I'm aware, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, if they've changed it recently, that's why Amazon's Fire tablets don't come from the big OEMs and has to come from like some third rate, not I'm just joking, but not a third rate, but not from the big manufacturers, because they would be violating terms of their contract by manufacturing for Amazon. Anyway, that's a whole bunch of other crap I don't even want to get into. And so Google has a habit of doing this. So let's just change to playing our Mars simulator instead. I really don't. I don't want to talk about GME and Wall Street bets, man. Come on, that story is so last week. 2 weeks ago. Can we just let it go? Let's just let it go and enjoy our Mars colonization simulator, shall we? Please. Yes, I appreciate that you enjoy watching me suffer. I'm very well aware of that. Thank you very much. But you know, there's more to life than just watching me suffer. We have a spaceport, bro. What's going on? I don't want you to auto-renew. If on, will automatically... Okay, there we go. We just want a first set of colonists. In fact, we only want enough colonists to fill whatever this one research outpost is, because that's all we can afford. Yeah, we're on 5. We're good. So yeah, questions? No, I'm not gonna answer those questions. No, I'm not gonna answer that question. Try again. Oh, okay. That's kind of an interesting question. So the question is, what, why is, if I'm understanding it correctly, why is closed source ecosystem a la Apple better than a fake open source ecosystem a la Android? And the short answer is not really a lot. Oh, yay. That was fast. I guess wind farm. The short answer is not a lot. I thought they were, what? What? Oh, okay, they need to go first. Okay, we're good. Yeah, not a lot, in that it is obviously not a crime to use an Android handset, regardless of what some people might say, right? Like it's not. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna. No, the question is one of morality. At least to me personally, it's about morality and about the, oh wow, that's a lot of people. It's about morality and the ability and ethics, right? Like I'm big on ethics, or rather I'm big on tech companies with their outsized amounts of control over just what they control. I'm big on them being held responsible for things that they have control over, and they have control over a lot of things. So it only makes sense, at least to me personally, that they should be they should be aspirational. Remember, like I've talked to you guys before about, well, not you, because you don't watch the other ones. No, I've talked before about ethics and aspiration, and how it is important for leaders in society to be, actually I don't know if I've talked about that. Regardless, it's important for leaders in society to be aspirational, because it's, otherwise they would be like, it's a race to the bottom otherwise, right? And so why can I not make more structures? Excuse me. What? Hold on. Why can I not make more structures? Building limit, population limit. Is it a research, actually? My bad. Where's my research button? Efficient, improve roads, batteries, mines. What is this? Building limit. Got it. Okay, so we'll just wait. What was I talking about before? Oh my god, I completely forgot. Ethics, yes. Aspirational. Tech companies should be aspirational. Not in the Elon way, not in the Tesla way, where, you know, your money goes, yeah, no, I don't want to talk about it. But tech companies should be aspirational, because they are the agents of change in our current society. And so if they're not aspirational, if they're busy being grubby little, like, robber barons. Ooh. Nuclear silo. Oh yeah, I remember this. I could potentially just nuke this. That's so funny. So funny. Imagine. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, tech companies need to be as aspirational, because otherwise we'll be taken as robber barons, and that's probably not a good idea, right? Like, it might not transit to Earth. Oh, because you're not done. Okay, whatever. And how's our research going? Research lab bonus 8 per month. Doing we have a couple 100 years. We're good. Okay, yeah, and so because of that, it's really difficult for me to say that, Apple's better, that an quote unquote open source like company like Google is something that we should be striving towards, because it isn't aspirational. If you actually look at the way Google works and the amount of products it churns through on a yearly basis, and like, it's just like, it's a badly run piece of anyway. To answer your question, I have had some dealings. That's all I can say. Yeah, no, it's just, I don't think it's that difficult to have a central vision. It's just that, the company and the founders, their vision isn't, and their incentives aren't really aligned with their end users, right? Like, if we all remember that Google's original mantra was "Don't be evil," or at least I remember. I don't know about you guys. Well, yeah, you don't remember anything for a good reason, but we won't talk about that here. No, the problem is that mantra has disappeared for very good reason, because just like our issues in society with fake news on Facebook, Google itself is one of the, like, its business model depends on clicks and monetizing its users, kind of like what I'm doing to you guys. Yes, that's right, I'm monetizing you guys. I mean, if I actually were, maybe you guys would actually sponsor a cast. No, not about Wall Street bets. See? Now suddenly nobody's speaking anymore. Yeah, so, like, if the point is to monetize its users, Google's doing really well, but that's not really the point, right? Like if we go back to the original topic on ethics, that's not what ethics is about. Anyway, let's just enjoy the Mars building simulator for now. I really don't want to talk about Google anymore. Let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, we're looking at research. Almost done. And yes, I realize I did this wrong. Thank you for pointing it out. Yes, I could have destroyed the worker hub and built more research, yes. But I didn't feel like it because I was talking about Google at the time. So let's unlock, what are we unlocking? I mean, we do have to unlock these sooner or later, right? And is that where our... Yeah, let's unlock this one. Right, you're unlocking? Yeah, okay, we're good. It's got all of the resources. Alright. Ooh, that's interesting. But you see, like, what can I do about this, actually? Perhaps in the future I can build what, air defenses? but like right now all I can do is wait for my maintenance guys to and that's fine. What is this? Traffic, power, maintenance, everything's under maintenance. Scanners. Oh, so my scanners haven't been, let's see. So I can build some more scanners, right? Temperature, what is this? Biome, humidity. That is beautiful. Oh, I didn't even notice this from before. That is beautiful. Well, anyway. Wind farm. What do you mean? I don't have 100 building limit though. I wonder what it means. See, it says base building limit 100. Oh. What is this? Oh. I did not notice this last time I was playing this game. All good. Wind farm for better performance. We do have a wind indicator, don't we? Yes. Does that actually help? Output 50. Output 50. Everywhere it says output 50. What if we put it on top of? Okay. Doesn't matter. I said this last time, I think, but I really enjoy a game that gives me 16 times. I kind of wish we had 32, but you know, whatever. It's just nice because it means that it's a game that is both very, very, that can be played both very quickly and very slowly. And actually a lot of the grand strategy games by Paradox do something similar, right? 1 to 5. And generally at speed 5 it is the fastest that your CPU can handle it. And I like that. That's like that's essentially saying, you know what, it's up to you. If you want to buy a really good CPU, then go for it and like go crazy with it. I wonder what happened to our colonists. So you went up and then did they just die? Is that what happened? Huh. No, I am not a sociopath. These aren't real colonists. These are just people, artificially generated little things that we're still waiting, that are what do we call them, that are used to generate research points. That's all they are. If they were actual people, then yeah, we could talk about why it's bad. Oh hey, look at that. Oh, mind. And then temperature is also, never mind. I wonder though, like how we can generate temperature. I'm sure that comes in research later, right? Engineering, improve roads, fission plant, I guess. Carbonate nuclear extraction. Nitrate nuclear extraction. From regolith and releases nitrogen into the atmosphere. Thermal plant. What's the oh, fission and fusion, got it. Nice hyperloop. Why must you do this to me? Everywhere I go, my boy Elon is staring back at me, which, you know, in some ways is very apropos, because that is his goal. So I guess I can't really complain about that too much. I wonder, like, does this mean that these places will end up being filled with water? That would be cool. I do want to see what Mars would look like terraformed. That would be cool. Silicon. Are we almost ready? Yeah, we're almost ready. Okay. That's that's a good question. The question is, does this game ever get fun? The answer is, I'm having fun. I don't know about you. oh my god, we've been at this for 30 minutes. Okay, let's stop for today. Next time we'll do it properly and just actually play the game, as opposed to talk about science and tech companies and silly tech companies and all of that good stuff. And yeah, and that's really it for today. Thank you very much for watching. And in conclusion, please, we've talked about this literally at the beginning of this cast. Download Chrome. Don't use download Firefox. If you clip that, I'm going to be very upset. In conclusion, download Firefox. Don't use Chrome because it's a monopoly and it's out to steal all of our data. Thank you very much and have a good night. I think. Yeah, we're good.